The next song we're going to talk about is So Will I by Hillsong United. And it's a very beautiful song, something that I personally like very much. I like singing it to the Lord. It has so many uh, touchy points in that song, and it speaks to my heart. But there is this one controversial lyric or part in that song, which is, I think it's the third verse. It talks about like, and as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath, evolving in pursuit of what you said. So that's the problem. Many in the Christian world, there's this the modernists and the traditionalists. The modernists accept evolution, and the traditionalists don't um, accept evolution. I am personally in the traditionalist, not because not because my mind is closed, it's because so far the evidence um, f- presented to me, or as I've available evidence that I have, is that you still lack that link of for macro evolution. So I really don't believe in macro evolution, that in speciation, like species to species, there's absolutely no evidence of that, at least not yet. However, um, if presented with evidence, the argument for God is still not demolished, because evolution, it is impossible for evolution to take place in a naturalistic process. Now, why am I talking about this? I just don't believe in evolution. That's it. And but if presented with evidence, God is still not out of the picture, because evolution needs some. It needs to start somewhere, and the problem of origins is still a problem. So God is still the best answer to it for it. So here you go. So I personally don't believe in evolution. So our church changed the lyrics from, instead of evolving in pursuit of what you said, we used, as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath. We used, from the highest skies to life within the depths. So from the highest skies, birds, everything up there, to life within the depths, like fish, creatures of the sea. So, and for me, it rhymes also with breath, depths and breath. So for me, it's a better line poetically, and it's also theologically, at least in my camp, it fits the picture more. Also, the last part of that chorus, it says, "If creation still obeys you, if creation still obeys you, so will I." Of course, creation still obeys God. So, for me, it's just uncomfortable for me to sing that song, that line. So I changed it to, "If creation lives to praise you, so will I." It's like, if creation still exists to praise you, or exists to praise you, so will I. So that's what I changed. Now the last part of this song is, "Like you would again, like you would again, 100 billion times." For me, that is a bit problematic, because one is, it for me, it obviously talks about, correct me if I'm wrong, it obviously talks about giving your life, or if Jesus died, and then it says, "Like you would again 100 billion times, if needed, he will die again for us." I hear this a lot in many worship songs, that that I can do it again because I love you so much. I'll do it again. Maybe he would, maybe, but there's absolutely no evidence in the Bible that he would. And actually, the evidence in the Bible talks about the contrary to it, which is, Jesus died once and for all. Once and for all. That's it. He doesn't need to die again. if needed to. He doesn't need to. It's been paid. It's been settled. And Jesus said in the his last words were tetelestai, or it is finished. I will not die again. All right. Sam, sorry. So that was my kid. All right. So here we go. So that last part we changed, instead of like you would again 100 billion times. There's a problem with many Christian artists today, is that they over romanticize God's word. It's like making it too mushy mushy, that, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that for you because I love you so much. Um, let's we can do that, but I guess let's avoid it. Like for example, this song, like you would again 100 billion times. Yes, sounds great, but that's not theologically accurate. So what we did was, instead of like you would again 100 billion times, we said, your love is poured 100 billion times. Makes more sense. But why did you put a number to it? 100 billion times. Now that's not in the Bible, of course. But like what Jesus said in forgiving other people 70 times 7. Normally you don't reach that number because it's too much in forgiving. So the writer of this song just used 100 billion times because you can never reach that number. It's too high. You can count all your lifetime, you won't reach that number. So it's, in other words, unmeasurable. So that's it. All right. So I hope you enjoyed my short talk about problematic songs. I'm sure you have other ideas and other songs that you yourself found it difficult to piece together, um, or your ear didn't find very nice. Share it with me in the comments below. Just tell me what you did and why you did it, and cite some examples, and maybe we can sing your version in our own church. Please feel free to use these versions that I have shared with you in your church, if what I told you makes sense. Now, of course, again, my disclaimer was, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying mine is the authority. You can disagree and it's fine. All right? You can disagree and it's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, in the way I understand the Bible, my changes makes more sense than the original. All right, so I hope I did not offend everyone or anybody. I pray that my suggestions would be also an encouragement to you guys, because this is all done in brotherly love. All right, so love you all. Hope to see you in the next episode. God bless you.